You can enjoy the holidays without going broke. Unfortunately, the holidays have become so materialistic right now that it feels like you have to break the bank in order to make it through the season. I'm here to tell you that that's not the case, and you just need some tools and tips in your pocket so that you would go through this period not feeling like you're being left out, but actually enjoying and not just surviving the holidays. Hello, this is Ida, and welcome to this channel where I create videos on personal finance. The holidays are around the corner, and while it is meant to be a period of enjoying, a period of festivity, a period of getting together, a period of sharing, it also happens to be a period where there is a lot of stress. For most parents who have kids, younger children, you feel pressured to buy a lot of gifts for everybody. You would see a lot of people who have very long list. They want to buy a gift for mom, dad, aunties, uncles, cousins, nephews, nieces, colleagues, and every single person you could think about that they just happen to know. That's not the way it's meant to be. It's very unrealistic for you to be thinking that that's something you want to do. Last year, I spoke to a lady who was looking super stressed out. And when I asked her, I said, "What is going on?" And she said, "Ida, I have such a long list and I've bought a lot of gifts, but I'm just waiting for my paycheck to go through right now so that I can finish buying the other gifts that I need to buy." And I felt so sorry for this person because for me, it doesn't look like she has the tools in her toolbox to be able to help her to navigate this period, which is meant to be an enjoyable period. But it turns out to be so stressful. So I want to share with you nine. I want to share with you nine of my ideas that I think would work for you in this period. Something in all of the things that I'm going to share is definitely going to help you to know how you can navigate this period without feeling like you need to break the bank. Number one is to start planning early. And this is something that I'm going to borrow from Dave Ramsey. He talks about having sinking fund. Sinking funds are the way it works. You think about it in terms of like you're setting money aside for something that you intend to do in the future. So if, for example, you're thinking that in December you want to spend $600 on gift gifting, that means from the start of the year you should be setting aside $50 every single month. That way, by the time December comes around, you have $600 saved aside for that particular activity that you want to do. So think of sinking funds as a little way of setting aside money for anything that you want to do in the future. It's saving money towards a savings goal. And there are different kinds of accounts that would allow you to set up sinking funds. That way you could actually automate your savings. You could actually automate your putting funds aside for those particular goals. If you're watching this video and it's already close to December, then it doesn't make sense what I'm saying right now, but you can, like, it's not going to apply to you in this particular year, but you should think about doing this for other goals that you have. So the first thing would be to start planning for it early and create things like sinking funds that are going to help you to fund those particular activities that you want to do down the road. Given that maybe you're watching this in December and this is not going to apply to you, the second tip that I have for you is to cut your list of gifts. Okay. If you want to give a gift to mom, dad, auntie, uncle, cousins, nephews, nieces, everybody, why? A lot of people give gifts to people out of obligation. They feel like they have to do this thing. But I want you to know that you don't have to. Any pressure you're putting on yourself, it's you actually putting that on yourself. You think like you have to live up to somebody else's expectation. And so you're putting all of the stress on you in order to make sure that you want to meet some expectation that is set out for you, but nobody actually put that pressure on you. You took that pressure upon yourself. You might feel like if you don't do something in that particular way, then you're gonna offend somebody. But no, I want you to give yourself that permission to cut your list. Don't feel like you have to give gifts to everybody. So number one is to start planning early and use sinking funds. Number two is to cut your list. Number three is to, very related to number two, is to not feel like you have to give gifts to people out of obligation. Okay? Very well explained to the previous one. Number four is to create new traditions that don't rely on gifts, but traditions that are more about the togetherness, the love, the feeling of the period. Some ideas for you if you're a parent and you have younger children. Around this time, there are so many Christmas movies or family movies that you could just create that bonding activity with your family over movies. It's not always about gifts. okay? It's usually about the experience of it, and you can have that experience in so many different ways. So create new traditions that are going to focus more on the love and not on the gifts. You can think about movies, you could think about board games, you could think about baking. Kids enjoy that. Okay, that's number 4. Number 5 is to put a cap on your expenses. Make a decision on how much it is that you actually want to spend during the holiday period. When you put that cap, stick to it. Let's say your cap, for example, is $1,000. I am not going to spend more than $1,000 at Christmas, or I want to spend $1,000 over the holidays, for example. That's your cap. Don't go above it. Now, it's a matter of adjusting all the other things that are around it. Maybe you need to look at your menu. How do you adjust your menu? How do you pick and choose the activities that are going to be done such that everything falls within the cap that you've already set for yourself? So you cap your expenses, you put a maximum to how much you actually want to spend on over the holidays. Okay. Number 6 would be to find alternative gifts that you would give to people. Gift cards is a great alternative. So if you have set your budget for how much it is that you want to spend on gifts, and it turns out that in cutting down your budget, you cannot buy the particular gift that you wanted to buy for somebody, instead of thinking of buying something that doesn't make sense for them or that you're not sure if they're going to like, think about getting a gift card instead. The gift card, that person might end up receiving quite a good number of gift cards, and they would actually put all of those gift cards together, and they would be able to go and buy the thing that they wanted to buy for themselves that you thought you had to buy alone, but they can now go and buy by themselves by putting together the various gift cards that they receive. Okay, so take away that obligation, take away that stress from yourself of thinking that you have to give somebody a particular kind of gift, and you can replace that with gift cards. That's a great alternative. So that was number 6. Number 7, ask people what they actually want for Christmas. And a good example of this is, I remember last year I was on a Facebook show. Somebody invited me to their Facebook show where I was giving a talk. It was all about financial education. And I gave this example. And this person was asking me a question about giving gifts. And I said, you know what? Sometimes you think somebody wants this particular thing when all they want is something like this. I gave the example of a single mom. Think of a single mom or a single parent, a person who is struggling financially, for example. You might think that that person wants a particular kind of gift, when really, all they want is for somebody to actually pay a bill for them. If that person doesn't know where their next source of income is coming from, if that person is in a situation where they are struggling financially, you think a gift, like a fancy gift, is something they want? No. What they would probably want or appreciate more is if you could actually pay one of their bills for them. So take the time to ask people what they actually want. Number 8, and this is very close to number 7, is to buy one meaningful gift for people instead of buying a bunch of meaningless gifts. In the example I just gave of a single parent or a person who is struggling financially, that paying of a bill that you could do for them is so much more meaningful than any gift that you would have bought for them. So imagine that this person cannot afford to pay their bill, and 5 random people gave them 5 random gifts. Compare that to 5 random people paying for 5 of their different bills, or even if it's just coming together to pay 1 or 2 of their bills. That would be so much more valuable to them than anything else that you could be thinking of. So take the time to ask people what they want for Christmas or for the holiday season. Ask them what they want. Buy one meaningful gift instead of a bunch of things that you think make sense but actually don't make sense for them. And if all of those don't make sense to you, if everything I've said so far you cannot relate to any one of those things, and you still feel very stressed out, very anxious about the holiday period, number 9 is for you. Number 9 is find something to be grateful for. Honestly, if you're watching this, it means you have access to electricity, internet, you got a cell phone or computer. Find something to be grateful for. You are much more blessed than you think you are. And I'm going to paraphrase something in the Bible. Count your blessings, name them one by one, and you will be surprised what the Lord has done for you. It's all about gratitude. Take the time during this period to look at all the things that you've been able to accomplish. Look at all the things that you were blessed to have. Look at all the little things that you often take for granted. Look at where you are and take a moment to write down the things that you're actually grateful for. You will be surprised at how much more blessed you are. And then you might just ask yourself, why on earth am I getting stressed out about the holidays when I have so much to be thankful for? I'm so blessed. Why am I getting stressed out about the holidays? Quick recap of all the 9 things I talked about. Number 1, start planning early. You can use sinking funds. Number 2, cut your list of gifts you need to give. Number 3, don't give out of obligation. Number 4, create family traditions that focus on love and not on gifts, like movies, baking, board games. Number 5, put a cap on your expenses. Number 6, give gift cards as an alternative to your regular gifting. Number 7, ask people what they want. Number 8, give one meaningful gift instead of several meaningless gifts. And number 9, if everything else fails, find something to be grateful for. And if you can do that, you are going to not only survive the holidays, you're actually going to enjoy the holidays without feeling broke. If you enjoyed this video, check out this one right here. I think you will love it.